Welcome to Locals Doing Local Things with my guests, Gaby and Leslie from Sunny Cave Picnics. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, and everything in between, damas y caballeros, bienvenido to another episode of this series, Locals Doing Local Things. I'm your host, Juan Daniel Avila. And ladies, can you guys introduce yourselves for the audience today?
Yes, I guess I'll just start off, right?
Yeah, go for it.
So my name is Gaby. I'm 25 years old. I live in the Sacramento area. I grew up in the Bay Area. I've been here for 2 years, and we're pretty much here to talk about Sunny Cave Picnics and how it came about. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Leslie. Obviously, I am from Fairfield, but I was born in San Francisco. And then when I was 8 years old, I moved out here with my parents. And then ever since then, I've been living in Fairfield. But we're super excited to be on the show with you. I think this will definitely help our listeners just really find out more about us, and hopefully we can answer them questions.
I know, we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, we're really excited.
I'm so excited. You guys are the first females to come up on the show, and I've been trying to do this since I started. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to, but I thought of you guys first. You guys are booming. I know since 2020 I started seeing this business grow, and I was like, man, this is really kicking off. And I think it's been kicking off. And now that you guys mentioned as we were talking earlier in the week, is that competition started to rise, but you guys are still above them, I feel like, compared to the work that we're going to see right now. So we could probably explain more, like you said, to your audience, feel more connected, see what you guys are really all about, because during this lockdown and COVID era, you guys have had some challenges, obviously, as well, with the communication, of course, and I think this is the best way to go about it and say, hey, this is us, this is our real face, we're actually humans, and we're doing this. But before we start, I just wanted to really say some facts right now regarding women in business. And this is all pretty much good sources. So what a good journalist has to do is point out, the facts. So one of them is the U.S. has 12.3 million women-owned businesses. That's already a good, a clean stat. I mean, women businesses have been going on for a couple of thousand years now. Well, 100 years most likely in these last, this last decade of the women's movement. It's pretty much grown tremendously. So number 2, U.S. women-owned businesses generate 1.8 trillion a year. That's a lot of guap right there. That's a lot. Number 3, 40% of U.S. businesses are women-owned. That's 40% out of that. I didn't know that stat. That's a lot. That's a lot. And women started 1,821 new businesses every day last year. So you guys were probably part of that. You'll probably explain it more to us. And I really like this one. Latina women-owned businesses grew more than 87% last year.
Wow.
That is a crazy. That's a round of applause for you guys. Yes. And this was from the Census Bureau that we do every 10 years. So this is pretty accurate information. Some of them come from the Women's Business Enterprise National Council and a couple women's National Women's Association business owners. So pretty reliable sources there. I had to do some research on my own. And I mean, since the beginning of time, I think women have had an advantage. But with the women's rights movement before this, women weren't even allowed to vote or even allowed to come out of their house, which is pretty crazy how times have changed. But we're 2021. This is what we want to be seeing. Independent women like yourself. I really respect it, because having a business is hard. Coming from a guy that failed itself and and had a business, but it wasn't really all me. It comes with a lot of factors, and usually this is it comes when government comes in to play. It's a whole mess. And we'll talk more about it. But how did you guys start with this? I know you guys said you guys been knowing each other since elementary. So did this start when you guys were playing with little dolls and stuff, or did you? How did this
Not
time?
at all.
No, we've been best friends for like such a long time since elementary school, but we kind of just started this all last year.
Yeah.
During April 2020.
That's when we first like launched, and we were
Yeah.
like, okay, we're ready. We can start getting clients in and just like requests and stuff. Like the April was it, but we were like thinking about it like of the beginning, like January of 2020.
Yeah.
Around that time, I'm not too sure, but it started because, well, I don't know if you want to mention how Garrett's mom.
Yeah. So, well, first, it was my boyfriend's birthday one day, and I was like, I've always had like a creative mind, so I wanted to do something cute and special for him. So I was like, okay, let me just decorate the living room like a cute little picnic decor. And I ordered Noah's bagels. I had like pillows all over. I had balloons, all that stuff. And at the time, like we had no idea about Sunny Cave Picnics. Like we didn't know it was a thing or anything like that. So I did that. He loved it. And then the next day I showed his mom. She was surprised. She was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool. Why don't you do this for like like get money off the side just doing this?" And I was like, you know what, that's not a bad idea, but I didn't really pay attention to it. Then Leslie came over one day and I showed her on TV. I cast it to the TV, and she loved it, and she was like, "Wouldn't it be nice if we got paid to do picnics?"
Yeah, or I was like, dude, it would
And
be so
cute
dope.
little dates for people.
Yeah, or we were like, it'd be so dope if we can just like hire someone to come to like our house and set it all up for us, and we can just get there. And then I think that's where it started. I was like, dude, Gabby, like I think you could do that. Like you have the decoration about it. And then I think that's when like the first conversation, but I didn't think anything of it when I mentioned it. And then
I think it took like a couple days.
Or maybe like a week.
And then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh, let me see if this is actually a thing. Like, do people actually do this for a living? So I looked a lot on Pinterest. I researched it, and yeah, it was a thing. Like people had upscale luxury picnics to offer. So I started looking at it, but I noticed that a lot of them, they weren't in California. A lot of it was just like in Texas and LA, but there wasn't anything that was local. So I was like, oh my God, Leslie, we should do something like this. Like that would be so cool. Put our own flavor to it. And yeah.
And she was like super like about it. Like she would be like, Leslie, she called me one day. She's like, hey, like remember when we had that conversation and you're like, are you about doing like picnics? Like, are you down? And I was like, wow, like she's really serious. And she just really got on it. And I was like, I might as well just like help out and get in. And that's how we started.
Yeah, I feel like when I think about something, I'm like, okay, let's just do it. Like no hesitations.
Well, you said this was last year, 2020 or 2019?
2020.
I think we started talking about like January, maybe.
No, because Garrett's birthday was April. So that's when we first initiated it. And then after April is when we said, okay, let's really like put our mind to it. And then we started
so we launched like end of April, right?
No, we launched in June.
Oh, June. Yeah. So a month later we launched it.
June, and immediately you guys got a couple hundred followers. Did you guys expect that, like see that coming up, or were you guys just like, we're gonna put it out into the universe and see what happens from there? Or did you guys mention it to your friends? Obviously.
I think our locals are like our best supporters at the time. Also because before that we were, like you mentioned, like last year, like a lot of the women population, like they started making their own small business. So I feel like we were kind of like revolved around the women's small business industry. And so we knew a lot of people that, had these businesses. And I feel like from having these followers already, I feel like that's how we got our clientele pretty much at first. Yeah,
because I think we didn't really think of anything. Like we didn't think we were gonna like grow as much. But then with all of our like our close friends or like locals, they were like, they're obviously have their own businesses. And one of the ladies made the event in Dixon. And I think that's when we really started like
Yeah,
getting
this
serious.
lady had a small business event for women, and so she invited like 14 small business owners to come and present their work
But
to
all women though.
Yeah, all women. And so, we made flyers, they made flyers, they posted it on social media and everything. So a lot of people came, and we got a lot of our clientele from there too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And wow, that's crazy. So it was like a business festival, everyone presenting ideas. That's something I didn't do. I think I did it once, but it already starts there. I'm sure this one probably didn't have regulations. It was pretty much free for all. But for example, for me, they were already asking like, "Oh, do you have a business license? You can't come in without a business license." And I was like, man, like how am I, how am I going to do this with these resources and, all these other people that really have those resources. And, because a business license isn't cheap, especially here in Napa. I don't know how it is in Solano County and, Sacramento. I'm sure it's probably a little bit cheaper, but they really made it hard for little festivals like this to happen. But I'm glad, that was probably a big boost for you guys already.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was just fun to see like other like women just doing their own thing,
Yeah.
like it wasn't just like us, it was just like a lot, and they had like all their ideas. I think it was just like it's cool to see how like far women came, because like you mentioned, like back then it wasn't like a thing, or like women were kind of like shy to do their own thing, but now it's just like really booming.
Yeah, and it was so nice to see everybody come together and like kind of uplift everybody, and like have like everybody was inspired that day. Literally, I felt so proud to be in there. I was like, how is it that only 14 of us were there?
Yeah.
But it was one of us. So we just felt special being there because we know, how hard it is to like make something like this
happen.
No, yeah, it's really hard. I think business is one of the industries where you have a high probability of making it, but also a high probability of failing. But I just saw Gabby taking a sip, so this is what's gonna be different about this episode, guys. We are sipping on some mimosas, and they can.
I had to, I just had to take that.
We had to start it off. Good.
So you guys are gonna watch me do it, but I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Maybe you guys could introduce the topic. We're gonna do some screen sharing. Another thing I haven't done is screen sharing. Zoom is so some people might find it boring because we're sitting in it for us students all day. But when you utilize it like this, it's a powerful tool. So we're gonna do screen sharing here, and we're gonna go onto their website so you guys could see visually. I know it's going to be hard to hear it, obviously, through the podcast audio, but once you see the video, you're going to see what we have. So explain to me this day right here while I make my mimosa. I'm going to get started on that.
Yeah, do your thing. So that was the day we launched, which you could tell right there. The date says June 7, 2020. So that's the actual day we launched. So me and Leslie thought, we couldn't really do like a big event thing to invite our families because of the whole COVID situation. But what we thought would be a good idea is to set up at a park, at a local park, just set up what we have to offer, bring our little speaker, Bluetooth speaker.
And then have a picnic with ourselves.
And then just have a sign saying, hey, this is us. This is Sunny Cave Picnics, and just try for people to, notice us and look at us. And we actually did get a lot of people like stop by and say, hey, what is this? And want to follow. So that's cool.
It was really excited that day though, because we were like, oh, we should like take pictures, or should we take pictures of ourselves or something like that. But then there's one lady that was taking pictures with her daughter, and we asked her if she would be like
interested in posing for our event thing.
And she did, and then that was like one of our first pictures that we posted too. And it was really cool. She's like, oh my god, I'd be so interested in like booking you guys, and she took all our information. So I think that day was like really like exciting.
It was fun.
It was really fun too.
And we also got to enjoy a charcuterie board, So
we ate some good food, nice wine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have a lot of questions myself about this particular picture, and different things are in this picture, but let me first introduce it. this wouldn't be local if it wasn't for, Napa Mom right here. I had to do Napa Mom brew. What are you
Okay.
guys sipping over there?
We got some. We're actually doing Chardonnay.
We're not doing mimosas. We're
We're not
Okay.
doing
doing
regular
Chardonnay.
mimosas. We're doing
Okay, we're still
Chardonnay.
we're still in the wine industry, so it's all good. So let me pop this.
And then we also mixed it with our popular raspberry lemonade.
That's interesting.
And then we did natural like orange juice. Like we squeezed like the oranges
And strawberries.
and strawberries.
Okay, okay. I haven't tried that. How's that? It sounds
So
sweet.
good. It's super good.
It's good. I know lots of people think it's weird if you mix wine with lemonade, but
It works for us.
it works for us, so it's good.
Man, I miss bartending. I haven't done this in a while. But I would do this, for a living at Villaggio and Solage. If some of you guys that know that. I haven't got my little garnish too. I'll show you guys right now
Let me
when it's
see.
popping off. Show you guys the end product right now. One thing I do miss, it was really easy to just bartend and talk to people. I think that's what made it really fun for me too. I could talk
Right.
whatever, and usually it would be for a tip, right?
Yeah.
But right here is just for fun. I was gonna ask you guys what juice you guys use, but when you guys do mimosas, do you guys like pulp on your juice? I really like pulp. I think I can't have a mimosa without pulp. No?
I love pulp. I
Oh.
love pulp.
I can't do pulp. The texture of it just freaks me out. Like I'd rather just get no pulp at all.
I could
I
see
can't.
why, yeah.
Yeah.
No, pulp. I can't have orange juice if it has no pulp. I just feel like I'm drinking like Tampico juice.
Some artificial stuff. Tampico juice.
Girl,
Let's say
yeah.
that, right?
I get
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I can see
Right?
that, but still no pulp for me.
I haven't had, now that you say it, Tampico juice ever since. So the way I met Gabby actually, guys, is through Garrett. One of my good friends is Garrett, and he would always tell me, was like, "Man, do you drink this Tampico juice?" I was like, "No." It's like I always see it like when we would go over to Gabby's. I was like, "Oh well, we Mexicans did grow up on Tampico juice. That was our orange juice."
Yeah, that was our shit.
After we grow from it, maybe even like 2 weeks without drinking it, and then we drink it again, that tastes like straight candy, full of sugar. So
God.
that's why I kind of stopped doing it. But look, this is me right here.
Oh, wow.
Very
Right there.
fancy.
Wow, you definitely beat us, Danny.
No, you guys look cool. You guys have a big glasses. All right, well, salud,
Salud.
girls, for having a tremendous booming business. But what are those cups right here? The copas. Was there wine in there? The copper ones? How did you guys come up on those?
So what happened is we actually used actual like White Claws and stuff for props. We didn't open them. We didn't get drunk. But those copper cups are usually just cups that represent our style. I feel like we're more on the bohemian coastal side.
Yeah.
So I feel like copper cups was a good choice for, like how to present our business and really show what our style is about.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And just to start off, how much did you guys like invest to get all this? Like that wooden what's the name of that like wooden table kind of? Does it have a particular name?
It's custom.
Yeah,
It's
Oh.
custom. Her dad, which we're so thankful for,
I know.
he actually built it. Like he started doing it on his own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
when we had initially told him that what our ideas were, how we're gonna do this and that, and we took it seriously. I remember mentioning it to my mom and dad, and then next thing you know, like a couple weeks after, they sent me a random video, and it's my dad building our tables, like our picnic tables.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like I love my dad and mom. Like honestly, like if it wasn't for them, I feel like they always help out in so much. My dad,
Me too.
my mom and dad, they made 2 picnic tables for us. So that's what we have currently for like our picnics and have to offer. So
So you guys do carry it around to multiple events or whatnot, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that obviously you didn't have to spend money on that, but in terms of investing on other things like the plates and other little things like that, to little
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back to what you were
tours.
saying, when we thought of the idea, obviously in the back of our minds we had like, we had to invest in materials, like invest in our, you know,
Everything.
everything that we had to offer. So in our minds, we wanted to have different color plates. We wanted to have different things people could choose from, like not just one thing. So
Yeah.
like different color placemats, different florals, different color pillows. So we had to buy our own rugs, our own pillowcases, tons of plates,
Yeah. So at
tons
the
of
beginning,
plates.
it was like all investing, like no type of profit. We pretty much started everything from like zero, and we just
Mhm.
started like going from there. Like every event from once we started to there, we obviously are getting like all of our stuff that we really need. But when we first launched, yeah, it was plates, cups, pillows, table runners, rugs, like we
Candles.
candles. And like we start learning because the rug that we used to have was really heavy.
Oh
And
yeah.
so we were like, let's invest in like another better rug that's not too
Yeah.
heavy on us, so we can just do it. So
Yeah, and I'm tiny. I'm a tiny person. I'm 4'11", and she's five. What?
yeah, I'm 5'3" and I don't got that much muscle, so we
So
have
it
to
was hard carrying these heavy rugs everywhere. So we were like, you know
plus the
what?
table.
Plus the table, everything else,
Mhm.
and it was just the two of us. So we had to invest in things that were lighter, and
Mhm.
yeah, it from I would say since April to June, we took that time to really build our
Yeah,
every our
all of our themes that we were gonna like launch with.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still even like a learning process like now,
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely. You always have to adapt to what customers are asking or
mhm.
specific areas, I'm sure. And the reason I really wanted you guys on the show too is, I want to learn more about this because it looks pretty interesting. Like, where do you guys plan stuff out exactly? But in this case, you guys don't have helpers, and it's just strictly you two, no one else.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
pretty much just depend on each other when it comes to like events. But
Mhm.
sometimes, obviously, since she's in Sacramento and like I'm in Fairfield, we like just I think we just depend on our family. Like if we ever do need
Mhm.
like the additional help, like she'll tell, obviously Garrett or your mom, and I'll ask my mom to like help
Yeah.
me out. So it's pretty much just family
Yeah.
that's our little helpers.
No, yeah, I
Mhm.
think a business can't really grow without support of
Hmm.
your immediate family. I think that's critical.
I
Uh,
know, we're so blessed.
Yeah.
but luckily, you guys are full around with a good support group. So going back, you guys check this out. This is all like crazy stuff. I've seen stuff like this on like TikTok when I go up on it, and this is when I'm like, oh, I thought it was just like something people only do once a year or something like that. But this is
Yeah.
this is a business now. This is people here are actually happy. This is something I would do, if I had the money. We'll talk about, how much this costs, what's the, the prices on this, but you guys done what? Gender reveals, uh obviously regular dates. Most of these I'm guessing are for photo shoots too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what we were saying, we were just talking about it earlier. I feel like our business kind of,
Evolved throughout like the months.
yeah, I feel like starting off, we had the idea of, creating these upscale picnics, luxurious picnic setups.
Mhm.
But somehow I feel like we both are creative in our own ways. And I feel like throughout time, we kind of made it more of custom backdrops, like event decorating, like for birthday parties, baby showers, like you see right there. But a lot of it has turned into event decorating, like birthday parties and things like that. So I feel like we enjoy doing a lot of parties because it's something different. Like
Mhm.
every time is something different, like a different theme
Yeah.
or all of that. Whether to a picnic, it's just
It'll be
kind
the
of
same theme. Like,
kind of the same theme over again,
I
which
mean,
is great. Like we
yeah.
love doing it, but I feel like event decorating like gives us an opportunity to show like our touches and
Yeah.
creativities and things like that. So yeah.
No, yeah, and for example, that you go even in inside people's houses. Usually, does it take place more in the public spaces, or is it usually in like someone's backyard, or it
It
varies?
just depends. It just
Like
depends where
the
like the person like requests it to be. Like for the most part, obviously the picnics would be like outside. We also do offer if they want to do it indoor, that's we could do that too. But mostly it's been in houses, or if not like that, our last baby shower we did it at an actual salon. How do you say? I don't know how to say that in English. A
a
salon.
hall.
A hall.
The hall.
We did at an actual
It was
salon.
actually a barber shop. It was a
Oh,
barber shop, and they
shop.
used it
At a
for like
salon.
a baby shower, like a salon type of thing.
Yeah.
that's cool. Like I think one thing I like a lot of creativeness, but one thing is when you go inside and you see space, only people like you could see like, oh, I could really do this here, this there, put this there, and you guys really know how to work things out. I could not do that. My mom and my sister and my girlfriends are the ones that could think about stuff like that, and I'm just like scratching my head like I would never do that, you know.
That's what we're here for, Daddy.
Yeah.
So
We got you covered.
let's start with the like small package. What's probably something economical for some guys, some college guys. Probably they're working a 9 to 5. They're probably not making more than $15 an hour, and they want to take their girl on a date. What would I mean? This kind of looks pricey, but it looks nice. But what would something like that cost them?
Yeah, so right now what you're looking at is our picnic for 2 people. It actually goes up to 4 people if you would like. This picnic can range from 150 to 200, and that's like our basic set price with everything included, which is your plates, your candles. It includes a charcuterie board with meat, cheese, and fruit and all of that.
Or dessert if you rather have dessert rather than charcuterie board.
And then also includes the rugs, the pillows, everything you pretty much see in this picture, it includes. So 150 to 200 is what this would cost.
And that's our floral theme. So pretty much they have like 3 themes to choose from, and it's all at the same price. Like we don't up or lower our prices depending on the theme.
And like let's say if you chose to do something like this, or let's say you wanted a backdrop or you wanted like a balloon decor, all of that is extra cost. So
so they could customize it however they want, but pretty much what we see is just strictly either 150 to 200 depending if you want to add like personal touches and all that.
So I would have to gather at least 150 to think about anything to do with this, right? A little something small, right?
Yeah, and this includes us like, you tell us what time we have to be there and we'll have everything set up. By the time you're done, every picnic is 2 hours long.
Yep.
When you're ready to leave, just text us and say, hey, we're gonna head out. So we'll be right back, and we'll literally pick everything up. You don't have to lift one hand. We also include our Bluetooth speaker that you can't really tell in that picture, but it's in there.
It's in there. Let's see if we could find another one. There's a Bluetooth speaker down. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's
You need the music. You need the vibes in there for sure. Maybe it's in this one.
We tend to hide it a little bit just because it's like a gray and black.
Yeah.
So we just tend to keep it like low key. But I think there must be like a few pictures that you might be able to see then.
No,
But
yeah.
it does come included, and pretty much the person who like contracts us has the decision of where they want to like have their picnic at. Or if you need help, we also can like give you suggestions.
We can help out or give suggestions.
Yeah, so we're all about helping out. And
Got it. Is it that guy right there? Is it Pose?
There it is.
That's it.
And then also we do have a gold picture frame that we can place any picture that you want us to. Like let's say if it's an anniversary, if you want us to put a picture of you and your hubby, then we could do that. And then
That is crazy dope. I would something like that. So what's the furthest stretch? Because I know you said that you could just text anyone and then say, oh, I want to meet up here, and we'll pick it up. But what's the furthest you guys gone to set up a picnic and then come up when you're like, maybe it would have been obviously the closer the better for you guys, but what's the furthest stretch you guys have done for this?
The furthest has been San Francisco.
Yeah,
That's been like the furthest.
And one thing that we might have like going back, like we should have like actually told our customers where we offer our picnics, because we had like a San Francisco one, but we don't usually offer picnics all the way in San Francisco because that's just a long way from us. You know, we have a life too. It's hard for us to plan to go to these
but that day was like a special request.
Yeah, that day was a special request. Our friend proposed to his girlfriend, so you know, we just had to do it for him.
But that's been the farthest. But farthest wise, like if we were actually like to get booked and within our like range would be, I don't even think the farthest would be.
I think it's just been local, like Sacramento area
and Fairfield's been the most. Area. And we cover like Fairfield, Vacaville, Dixon, Sacramento, so not too far. We keep it local.
No, yeah, which is good. You know, I think that would benefit you guys more, less gas or whatever. You guys take, I guess, for the table, does that fit in one car? Do you guys drive? I know, Gabby, you have a Civic, right? And then does that table fit in there, or does Leslie have to help out, or how does that work?
Yeah. So everything, we usually take my car, and if we can't take my car, we take her car. But we both have 4-door cars. Like we don't have an SUV or anything. So my dad specifically made these tables to fit our cars
and our trunks. Like he measured everything.
And like everything surprisingly fits. Even if it's all bunched up together, like when you open the side door, like you'll see things flying everywhere.
It's so crazy when it comes to like getting packed up, and obviously there's 2 of us, so obviously the passenger seat takes the space because I have to be there, right?
Sometimes Leslie would be sitting in the passenger seat and she'll have like no space to even breathe,
or I can't even see, like I just have to be just stay still and have the balloons.
We're almost there. Yeah.
So
we make it work.
Obviously one of the talks maybe with you guys is, you know, investing in a SUV or something for yourselves, or you know, as the company grows, maybe having an SUV Model X or something like that, suicide doors. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that. Like obviously we do want to get like an SUV, but we're thinking of getting like an event van, so we could just have it specifically for our Sunny Cave picnics and just roll out with it, you know?
Yeah, we picture a cute pink van that says Sunny Cave Picnics with pampas grass decor on it or something. I don't know. But yeah, for our future, like that's something we would really, really love to invest in. And I feel like it'd be really helpful.
Yeah, when it comes to like traveling and all that.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like they think when we have this business, they think it's so easy to just, you know, bring everything and drop everything off, set it up. They think it's easy, but there's a lot that goes more with that. And it's just a lot.
So hopefully we can get that van.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting hungry because this is starting to look good here, the prosciutto and the little snacks. And so that comes included, right? Like, right? Do they get to choose if, you know, they're vegan or whatever?
Oh, yeah. If they're vegan, definitely let us know if you're vegan.
Yeah. And also, like, when we first started, these charcuterie boards, we would obviously put together. But throughout time, we thought it was a lot of like our, it took a lot of time of our hands to do something like that. So now my cousin's wife, her name is Sweet Happiness Deanna on Instagram. She makes, desserts, she makes cakes, all of that. So she started making charcuterie boards. So now every time we have a picnic, all we do is call her up and say, hey, are you available for this day? And then she'll like do it for us. So.
It's such a big help. Like that used to take a lot of our time away from like preparing actually like our picnic stuff. So yeah, Sweet. I call her Juicy. So
Her name is Juicy. Everyone calls her Juicy, but
yeah. So she's a big help with the turkey rewards.
So she definitely helps. No, yeah, that's definitely cool to, have someone to spot you on that little aspect. So with you guys having so much freedom, I'm guessing you guys don't really need a license. I mean, not that you, like I said earlier, not that you need one, but I would stay away from all the governing stuff where as soon as you get involved with the city or whatever, you got to start paying fees and you got to start reporting and stuff like that. And I don't like all that. But
right.
I'm guessing you guys just are going off based on, just your own, right? Everything you guys get paid cash app or whatever under the table and stuff like that.
So at first we started like we were thinking it might be like a hobby, so we didn't really think in like, oh, let's go get a business license for this. Because we were like, hey, we're not gonna grow or anything like that. So we're
Mhm.
like, we don't need it for now. But yeah, so we don't have it yet, but hopefully like in the future,
That is something we
that
have
we would want,
considered.
yeah.
Yeah. Like getting, especially if like
Just for
we're
legal
growing.
purposes and all
Yeah.
that.
No,
Just to
yeah.
be safe on the safe side.
Yeah, because you don't want, all of a sudden you're not. It's not even you guys at this point. It might be the customers or the
Exactly.
people. They're having their picnic. They're at a nice park, and a park ranger comes up. This is just all hypothetical, and then he's like, I see alcohol and I see this coming up. How are you guys having permission to be there? And then
Yeah.
that's obviously it could fall on you or it could not. But that's one thing.
So,
Obviously, that backs you up, right? Having a license. Oh, I have a license to, for my business.
Yeah.
so, so actually, like alcohol, we don't provide no type of alcohol.
Beautiful.
That's just on people, after it's handed to you, like that, that's your thing. If you want to bring your little wine bottle, that's all you, but we don't provide any of that either.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
of the
good.
fact that we don't have a business license, we provide water. If you want water, we'll do water. But other than that, like no alcohol, nothing like that, liquor, just to be safe. But if they choose to bring some, then like yeah.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, we just let them be.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's really smart. Yeah, you want to cover yourselves from whatever problems you guys could encounter, but that's cool. That it's good to leave it up to them. If it's all on the customer, then if they have to encounter something like that, but it's still good. Because I mean, it sucks that we even have to think about this. Why can't we just have one drink or whatever, and obviously have someone drive us, and it's just gonna be a little date. But as we know, one cup of wine won't do anything within an hour or two, whatever, depending
Yeah.
on your size, of course. But that's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
So what do you guys see yourself doing in 5 years? I know I'm asking about licensing and stuff like that. Obviously, a little van, but what do you guys see yourself 5 years from now uh, with the Sunny Cave Picnics?
Um, we just see ourselves keep doing it and like obviously like just perfecting our art a little bit more. And just hopefully, I mean, I think for both, we always talk about me and Gabby always like, hopefully this could be like our, not like a retirement, but something that we can just
Do on the long run.
do on the long run and just like depend on this. Cause we both work like Monday through Friday, full-time jobs, like 8 to 5. The latest we get off like 5:36. Like there's days where it's like they're long days that we can't really focus on like our actual picnic thing. So hopefully, like I think we're like on the same page, but hopefully this could like boom even more and hopefully it could just be our only income.
It's very challenging having your side business and then also on the other hand having your full-time position or your job. I feel like it takes a lot of our time. There's been times where me and Leslie have literally had no sleep. Like we're just stressed out thinking about, hey, do we have this? Do we have that? Like, hey, make sure you bring this today. Like, especially because we don't live together. She lives in Fairfield and I live in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So she has a few of the things and I have a few of other things, So we have to like really coordinate with each other. And I don't know, I just feel like
so
hopefully in the future, if we could make this like a full-time thing for us where we can make our own schedule, and just do this for like, you know.
Yeah, and hopefully in the future I could possibly live a little bit closer to her, so it'll be way easier. But yeah, our plan is just to keep it pushing and just hopefully see where it takes us.
Never give up.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's really stressful. Like you guys said, kind of balancing out things with your actual job. I haven't even asked where you guys work. I kind of know a little bit about Gabby, but not Leslie so much. But we'll probably go into that too. But you know, balancing out is really hard. It's a hard task, and like you said, stressed out. You know, you don't get some sleep at times, and that's why I kind of got out of it. Mine, like I mentioned earlier, it was more of the, you know, having a license and having, you know, a lawyer, having someone that does your taxes. That all haunted me down. And I think my mistake was I wasn't asking for help. It was kind of just on me. And for those that don't know, it was on Avila turf. I haven't really spoke about it, but my dad is the best route for him is for him to go under someone that already has a company and have him be like a contractor. And I didn't know that. I didn't know a lot of stuff. And that was really stressful. I literally opened up my own company from scratch, an LLC, and that was extremely difficult. I had to pay like $500 for someone to do the paperwork, which I already was like, this is, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. You know, building the website itself and a whole bunch of stuff. It just stresses you out. And keep in mind, I think at that point I had two jobs. I was bartending and I was DJing at the time as well. And then, you know, I was going to school. I was trying to get my AA here at the Napa Valley College, and that is hard. So I could picture you guys, you know, having your job, you know, coming home and then focusing on this. It's hard. So that's why I'm saying I respect people that, you know, have made it through and booming. But this looks interesting right here. It looks like it would not fit in any four-door car. How did that work out?
Oh my God, that day was when we did the the Dixon festival with all the women. Oh my God, that day we had to use her car and my car all together, and it was just extremely hot.
I kid you not, it was the hottest day ever. Like the hottest day. And we were also kind of running late. We were one of the last people to get there.
For sure.
And we had this whole balloon thing to set up, and it's like in the middle of like vineyards and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like no shade, no breeze at all. So yeah, our cars were both packed. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I think I like damn near passed out.
Yeah, because we got there, we were rushing, so we're like, we just have to like do it. Forget about how hot it is, just do it.
Yeah, let's just go.
And then once we get it done, we'll just chill and then we'll cool down. And like in the midst of all that, like obviously it was way too hot. Like my girl was almost like passing out.
I was dead.
And like all of our waters were like, it's super hot. So like our waters is not cold, like it's hot. So yeah,
you couldn't do anything about it. Like no matter what you did,
it was just too hot.
It was just really hot. So it got to the point where I had to go in her car, turn on the car, turn on the AC, and like blast it on my face because it was really hot. It was challenging, but
obviously we were able to make that beautiful piece. So we made it work.
So you said that doesn't look like it would fit in our car. You're right.
Yeah. What even is that? What is that? Rueda de la Fortuna. What is that?
It's an arch.
It's an arch.
Arch. I'm still learning all these vocabulary words. But it's an arch. But the good thing is that with this, you're able to like, it comes out in pieces, right? Like, so it's like 4 pieces together. So
you connect them.
You connect and you just build it. So we had to build it. We can't just fit it in our cars.
Yeah.
I think that helps out, you know, doing some building and stuff like that. Pieces that come off and come together. That's probably the easiest way to go about that. And that's a lot of balloons too. I'm surprised they made it, didn't pop or whatever.
Yeah, we were filled with balloons.
This is on August 18th of last year.
August 18th. That was one of the hottest times of the year.
Yeah, definitely is. And this was in Dixon too, huh? I can tell right there. The grass and stuff, man.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was, like I said, it was like the best ever.
It was like a good experience. It was a good business experience for
it was fun to shop other girls. Some people did like you know, baking, some people did headbands, some people did jewelry. Like or
custom
chata,
made,
like drinks and
yeah,
stuff like that.
like michelada mix.
Michelada mix, chamoy
All,
sauce.
all
Like,
You
that.
guys did that?
no, we didn't. We just, people
There was
that were
people.
there,
Okay,
like,
okay.
yeah, the ladies presenting her stuff, like that's stuff that they do business on. So it was
You guys,
nice.
you guys plan on going to more of these? Obviously, you found it
Yeah,
helpful,
for
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
sure.
If you know any of them, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, I think they'll come up as all these COVID protocols start disappearing. I think more and more and stuff would go on because when I started, there was tons and tons, and I only went to like one in SF. But I know they're back to back because businesses is one of the most stable things you could do as a financial source, income source, is having a business. You set up a business early in your life, like right now, and 40 years down the road, uh, you find yourself with a house, nice house, maybe perhaps a little vans and stuff like that, and your business is expanding. I think business is definitely one of the sectors where you could stabilize yourself and not worry about any. Eventually, you guys are just gonna be chilling at home with your mimosas as well, having a good time, and then just making a call like, "Hey, you guys gotta hurry up and get to SF. The customer needs you," or something like that.
Mm, yeah, no, definitely. Like it's great, especially like we talked about like during COVID last year. It was an opportunity for all these people to bring come up with their own small business. And I feel like a lot of small business owners like really, really grew last year
Yeah.
so much because everything being closed, all of that, you got to get your cookies somewhere. You got to get your
For sure.
dessert somewhere,
Yeah, of course,
So,
of course. Man,
yeah.
this is all looks great. And maybe I talked about the lowest price, but what's probably one of the highest prices that you guys have gone where someone spends as much as they could to make their stuff look really 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 legit.
I feel like most of it right now is event decorating, so like backdrops and things like that. A lot of people ask for like custom backdrops, which is not easy to make. So
Yeah.
I feel like we have done parties anywhere from 300 to 500
for now.
Wow.
at the moment. Yeah. So anywhere from that. But I feel like throughout the months that keep going, like we have really, there's been people that have booked us that want more and more. So obviously, there's more income coming in there, and
it all just depends on like what the person wants.
Yeah,
like if they want
also.
more customization, then obviously there's like additional costs to that. But yeah, like our
Prices.
priciest thing is when it comes to like event decorations
for sure.
and like backdrops with balloons and with floor arrangements, all of that. Like that would be, I think our
Yeah.
priciest would be like maybe 500 for now.
Yeah, and I feel like we've struggled also because, like I said earlier, people do not know the hard work that gets put into stuff like this.
Mhm.
So when people do, request prices for what they're looking for, I feel like it's kind of disappointing sometimes because we try to give like an accurate, like decent price to our customers, but a lot of people think it's too pricey,
Mhm.
and it just sucks because
Yeah, like the only like I think it's just because we customize everything. Like we don't go out and like buy it, like we make it, and we take our own time and like energy to put like everything and like our own little touch to it. Like all the custom boards, like we'll get to it like once hopefully we'll show them like, oh, the board, like all of that is like we make it, like we make it from scratch. We go to Home Depot, we get the like wooden board, we cut it up, we paint it, we do everything.
all our time that gets put into all this stuff, like for example, like also all our lettering for our backdrops, we get those custom made by this girl and this lady in Vallejo. What is it?
I forgot her name.
I will shout her out. But she's amazing. She makes most of our backdrop letterings. And so that's us going all the way to Vallejo to picking up these letters and then driving all the way back to Sacramento. And a lot of people don't know, but I do commute. Well, I used to commute when I was living on my old job while I was working on my old job.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's like a lot of time that I have to put into just going to Vallejo, then coming back to Sacramento, So, yeah.
Yeah, her name is Pretty Party Decorations.
Pretty decorations.
You guys heard it. We're shouting out the community here. Small businesses grow. This is how small businesses grow. You got to support each other, put them out there, make sure their work is credited and valued. And I think that's one of the hardest things about businesses. You have to really value them as they are. Like you said, you can't really ask why your prices is like that. It's your experience and your hard work that really goes into account. And I just see my girlfriend like this, so I think this is a hint that I should probably do this really soon. So
yes,
pretty cool. I want to be in the shade and stuff like that. I probably need to look at somewhere. I probably would want it somewhere with grass and like a lake next to it, something fresh. So we'll be posted on that. But
let's do it.
no, definitely. I think what you guys are doing is great, and obviously you guys are all helping each other. I see this booming even more this coming up year. Now that, like I said, all these protocols are starting to come away. Is there any other things that you could perhaps would want to tell the people that don't know about you, something special, maybe something just not even special, something important, something not important about you guys?
I feel like we covered everything that we might have like wanted people to know.
I feel like, the goal of this was pretty much to just have people, try us out, give us an opportunity. Like I said earlier, we're more of like a bohemian coastal style. And I feel like that's what really stands out from like other businesses. And other businesses are great. Obviously, I look up to so many people. I've looked up to this lady on Instagram. She's in the SoCal area. Her name is Michelle Rogers Styling. Oh my God, I am in love with her. She's like the best human ever. She does the best events, and she does like cute little setups, like picnic setups as well. And I just feel like we still have a lot more to show. I feel like obviously I during last year, November, December, it got pretty rough because we did have family members that were infected by COVID, and we kind of had to put a pause to our business, but we kind of took a little break from November to January, I say.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of back in business. We're trying to
just get back in the groove with it and stuff. Yeah, because COVID, it's just been getting kind of, I think when we stopped, it got like really bad. So I think it was kind of good that we kind of like took a pause to it, because obviously we want to make sure we're all healthy and we don't like expose anybody else. But yeah, January, we're just obviously taking our precautions, and we started back up, so now we're here.
So
that was good. That one of those things is that you necessarily didn't have to be with the people face to face. Obviously, you could, like you said, leave your stuff there, come back, and that was really thoughtful of you guys. And also, like you said, those hard months, November, December, were really hard. That we saw surges, but we're in the 1B phase now. People are getting vaccinated. I already know a couple people that had both of their doses and stuff. So I think we're on a good route, definitely. And like I said, I see this expanding even more. But I'm gonna leave you guys here with this picture. Looks like you guys were having a fun night that night. It looks like it's already night.
Oh, that night, yeah, that night was it hot? It was Halloween.
Yeah, it was Halloween.
Yeah, it was Halloween.
It was Halloween. We were actually stuck working.
Yeah, it was Halloween, so we didn't really do much. But besides, we were like preparing for
an event the next day.
An event for the next day. So
we were actually like to the left of that. We had backdrops that we were painting that was just like our little pause. We have to take a cute picture for
Yeah.
Halloween this year, and yeah.
We're trying to make the most of it. So
Mhm.
obviously, like our costume wasn't like a real costume because of like we having to work, but we did a little bit something. And
Yeah, it was cute. We're Pampas Queens, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah, we love pampas.
We love Pampas.
Like we go hunting for the pampas.
We do. We go hiking for Pampas grass, and a lot of people don't know that. But we do go hiking for Pampas grass.
I think that's a fun fact about us.
Yeah.
We go like literally we cut it from like wherever we find it. Like
Hills,
we see
everything.
Yeah. We pass by on the freeway and Gab's like, oh, pampas. And then we're like, oh, stop and go like cut it real quick. So
you have to take advantage of your resources, right? Yeah.
Agree.
I'm pretty much, I thought I was going to be able to like drink like 3 of these, but I'm almost finished with this, and I'm already feeling like I'm going to have to take a nap after this or whatever.
Oh my god.
That's
But it's because, you know, I probably haven't ate, so
That's right.
that's probably a key point, right? Like I said, I went to Starbucks and got one of those little loaf breads before coming here. But this was really nice, guys. Really creative. I think that's something I've been lacking. As you can see, my background isn't the best, but as things proceed, it's gonna get better. But you know, I wanted more of this, right? You guys are opening up the door for more females to come up on the show and, you know, express themselves. Either it's their business, you know, what they do, or their profession, which is what I want to get to next. So any of you that are kind of in the same industry or something alike, don't be afraid, you know, come up on the show. I have more females coming up too. You guys are just the beginning, and I really appreciate you guys here for your time. It's really, you know, meaningful to me. And I think this has been great, you know. Like I said, I didn't finish my whole mimosa, so that says something, right? And
no, it has been great, dude. I love being here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks. I think it's like an honor to be like the first females to be on the show. So yeah, we're excited.
I know Paz was excited.
mhm. No, yeah.
Wilson was excited.
No, yeah, they everyone was. A couple females actually told me, "Hey, it's just gonna be live. I'm trying to see that in action," and that's probably the next thing. Probably a couple months from now, I'll be at that stage. Numbers have been growing, but we'll be at that stage where, you know, we're live, and, you know, we're doing that because people want to see this live happening now. But this will be up soon. We're on Spotify now. Finally, like I said last time, I couldn't emphasize it enough. It's a big achievement. So that's that. You guys probably heard me before this. In each episode, I have a little like advertisement, but that's just something I have to do. So don't mind me. That is my voice in the beginning. But you know, I think we're making progress here. And like I said, first females here opening up the door. More to come. Stay tuned. This is gonna be fun. I hope to see you guys back here when you guys have your little van and stuff like that. We're gonna come back on the show.
That would be great.
And this, I think, this time will probably be, you know, at some place. Maybe we could even do like a little setup of a picnic, and we could be doing the podcast there. I don't know.
So cute.
Hopefully we can obviously be like face to face after all of this goes through.
Definitely.
That'd be exciting. That'd be so cool.
That would be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us here. I know the video part is gonna be hard to hear when we're talking here, but check it out on YouTube. It's gonna be all on YouTube, but the audio part of this will be up soon. You guys want to say bye to the crowd as you know, we leave?
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Don't forget to follow us at Sunny Cave Picnics. DM us for any inquiries, and we hope to hear from you.
And
guys.
also follow Danny. Follow all his podcasts. We'll shout you out.
Sideways Show.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, follow them. You guys saw, guys. This is a good. If you guys are tuning in, come. You know, give them a text. Don't be too rough on them. Obviously, value their work. If you guys need to take out that special girl on a date, or girls, if you want to do the Riverside, you girls always winning all the time. You know, hint, hint, boss too. You know, you do your thing too. Holla at them, let them know, you know, what you want, what your interests are, and you guys can meet halfway. Don't make them too complicated. And go, you know, they're in Sac, they're in Napa, they're in Fairfield, anything in between. Give them a shout out. Holla at them if you guys need their businesses. They're here to serve you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Bye
Love
bye,
you,
guys.
Leslie.
We'll stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.